Hello and wait a moment. Doesn't this frame look a bit imbalanced or awkward? Neither I am in the center nor I am on either of the side, left or right. Well, that's bad framing. No matter how good my audio or my video quality is, but the framing has spoiled it all. No matter how good your camera is or how many ever megapixels it has, but if your composition is not right, that photograph is absolutely of no use. That's better, isn't it? Well, you guessed it right. Today's video is about composition rules in photography. Now remember, all these rules that I'm telling you, they are not in a particular order, they are random. The rule of third, one of the most important rules in photography. You must have seen these grid lines on your phone, on a DSLR camera or a mirrorless camera. If not, please activate them now. What it does, it divides your screen or your photograph or your scene into 3 different parts, and these intersecting lines help you to place your subject correctly into the frame, getting you a nice and beautiful, well-balanced composition. I'm showing you a quick demonstration of the rule of thirds by using a toy. If you see, the toy is almost going out of the frame, which is not quite the rule of thirds. Now let me shift this a little bit towards the rule of thirds. Now you can see the composition is bang on. It is perfectly intersecting the lines of the rule of third, and this is how your subject should be aligned when you're using the rule of thirds. Center composition. In this, we balance the left and right or top and bottom to place the main subject in the center. This is normally used in landscape photography and even more widely used in portrait photography. Usually when the subject is in the center, or when we use the center composition, the subject looks visually very appealing. This is a perfect example or the right example of center composition, where the subject is well balanced from the left, from the right, from the top and the bottom. Leading lines. Any kind of line that leads you straight to the subject is called as a leading line. It implies motion. A line may not necessarily be a straight line, it can be diagonal, it can be also a curve, but it has to lead your eye straight to the subject. Look at these images. You will see how each of them has a different leading line to instantly draw the viewer's eyes and lead them to the subject into the frame. So as you can see, I have used the piece of my furniture. It's a book stand, and have placed the toy pretty much at the end of it. You can see this is a classic example of leading line, where you can see the furniture lines are leading your eyes straight to the subject without any distraction. This is what we call as leading line in photography. Symmetry. Adding symmetry to your photographs, it adds an equal weight to both sides of the image. Using a circle or a square, a piece of architecture, you can add symmetry to your photograph. Look at the symmetry here we have created using a reflection of a huge mountain in a water body. Also look at this passage with a lot of pillars on both the sides leading us straight into the frame. All these are classic examples of symmetry in photography. It's always good to add a human element to your landscape. What this does is it gives you a nice sense of proportion or a scale. Imagine you have taken a shot of a landscape without any element in it. You would never be able to judge how big or the location or the place was. By simply adding any element, a human element, because we know how an average human looks in terms of height, weight and size, this will give you a photograph of beautiful feel, because it will show the scale of the location, making the landscape or your photograph look dramatic. Simplify the frame. Be very clear in your mind what your subject is, and simplify the frame to draw attention to your subject and eliminate any distraction. Let's take a look at this flower. The focus is clear. We have removed all the possible distraction and made the flower stand out in the frame using a shallow depth of field. Include a foreground to add depth to your images. What I mean is, adding a branch of leaves or a tree branch in your frame can help you add to the depth of field and make your shot more cinematic rather than having just a flat image. Use of perspective to your advantage. We normally tend to shoot a flat image, but how about trying to shoot with a low angle or shoot from the above to get a totally different perspective altogether? Let us see some samples. Leaving space in front of a subject. It is commonly seen in photos that there isn't enough of space in front of the subject that makes the photograph pretty claustrophobic. Instantly, our mind rejects such an image. Hope these rules will really help you take your photography to another level. Do let us know in the comment box which rule you found the most important. In the next video, we're going to talk to you about the right way of using white balance in your photograph and making them look natural. We'll see you in the next video soon. Till then, please take good care of yourself and be safe.